Let's get it.
So, welcome to another episode of the Swamp Inside Florida Athletics. I'm your co-host Anthony Becker, on my other co-host.
It's Jerry Brown. How we doing?
We're doing wonderful, and as usual, it's your boy Marcus, man. We here. It's August. Camp is in. It's game month. More importantly,
And y'all, and with that being said, let's go ahead and take a moment of silence to thank God that we made it to game month, fall camp, knowing that we can. Let's take a moment to thank God real quick.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. So excited, bro. I'm so excited.
Thank you, God.
we here.
God God is so good.
God is good, man.
I genuinely mean that because He really is.
No,
All
he is.
the time. And all the time,
God is good. God is good.
It's just that moment. I feel the spirit. I really do. Really do.
Yeah, until you start cussing out defensive backs.
Hey man, look, I was the one that did that. He was the one that came after me.
hey man, streets are saying.
All I did was come on the pod instead of addressing that, because that would have been nonsense. I just came on the pod with this public platform and addressed it publicly. And let's just say there was a reason why there was no response after that, because there couldn't be a response because how can I put it? I'm not going to use the word. I'm going to just say it. He effed around and found out.
I don't know, man. Streets is saying that you was out here texting them all night. You DM'd them on Twitter.
He's apologizing.
Now X, and you said, man, turn your pads in. You quote unquote sorry mother effing sack of S word, all that stuff, man. You was kind of wild out. The streets was telling me.
Yeah, you effed around and found out how we rolled down here in Pensacola, Florida. And by the way, my pastor went to high school with your mama. So yeah.
Maybe the video is going off the rails.
Anyway,
we got our first comment. You already know what it is.
Go Gators, man. Go Gators. Thanks for coming on, bro. We got some good stuff tonight.
We got a packed show for y'all tonight. We just mentioned it. Jerry, you got some sound. You got sound for us?
Oh, not right now because my computer shut down, but we're gonna have some sound though.
Yeah, we're gonna have some sound.
It's coming soon.
Jerry's computer is fried right now.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
A laptop for the past year, and he just has not listened to us.
If there is sound, it's going to be my computer blowing up. So that's what
He gonna get home and find out it's in shambles. It's in pieces. Smoke still coming up.
Fun fact: I've had this laptop since the Jim McElwain era.
Oh my god,
2017.
Mac era.
Jim Mac era.
This man has his Treon Harris. That's crazy.
No. See, that laptop is cursed. Get rid of it now.
Yeah, the background. I haven't changed my background since I got it.
What's the background?
I think it was at the Kentucky game, 2016.
Oh, brother, that shit is old.
Bro, yeah, it's old, man. It's like my first laptop. First ever. Still going strong somewhat.
Yeah.
I don't know about the somewhat part.
We got fall camp. We started yesterday. Actually, they reported Sunday. Billy Napier had his press conference. I wasn't there in person, at least not yet. I was there virtually. So he had his press conference on Sunday. They reported. They had the first practice yesterday. Practice number 2 was today. We'll get some camp notes on here. Pretty much go over what we know so far. Media only gets the first 15 minutes, and then they get their behinds kicked up out of there until after interviewing. So let's just go ahead and get into it. The fall camp, the first 2 practices have already happened. What's the number one thing y'all looking for in fall camp?
So Marcus, you can take this one, bro. I'll come in after you.
All right, so we'll just get the elephant out the room real quick. How do the quarterbacks look? Because that's going to be the big factor in whether this team wins 6 games or wins 8 to 10. That's just what it is. The quarterback's the most important position on the field, and here's no different. Also, I want to see what the young DBs look like because Jason Marshall, for all intents and purposes, has that number one corner spot penciled in, locked in, however you want to say it.
Right.
On the opposite side of him, you have a lot of young DBs that have a lot of talent. But again, the key word is young. You got guys like Devin Moore, fresh off of surgery from last year, even though he impressed in the snaps that he did get. You got the freshman coming in like Deshaun Johnson, who's already made a bit of an impression, getting 2 pick sixes in a practice period. So I really want to see how that shakes out.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see how the defensive line looks. And also, because of the turnover on the offensive line from transfers and injuries, I want to see how that looks because a position that looks like that was going to be a position of strength and a position that had a lot of depth over the last several months went from that to a position group that does have depth still, does have talent, but there are probably going to be some holes here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think, man, for me, Marcus led the elephant. He brought the elephant in the room, made it exposed. But, of course, I think we're all concerned about quarterback. Jack Miller is a guy I think is a great guy, but I'm not sure how he's going to perform if he has to step up. So I do want to see how those guys perform in Graham Mertz. I know there was a lot of stuff going around about some interceptions by Dijon Johnson. So I will get into that a little bit later. But I want to see the wide receiver talent flourish. I think Billy G coming in, coaching a group of wide receivers with this level of speed, athleticism, and route running ability is going to be huge. Hopefully the offense is more explosive than what we would think. The running backs are going to be the running backs. I want to see the offensive line dominate, honestly. I want to see that. But, again, I guess I would want it to be even because I think it is more important for the defense to have a great spring than the offense. So, seeing how those guys perform. I want to see Tyreek Sapp have a great fall camp. I think he's got to need to step up at this point. The linebackers need to step up. Really, everybody on the team, bro. But for me, mostly, I would say the young defensive backs, the offensive line, defensive line, and also special teams, kicking and punting. We got to flip the field. That's going to be important.
Well, as a kicker, you want 3 points. You don't want to come out with 0 on some of these drives.
Facts. That's facts.
For me, not even going to really touch on quarterback because I think at the end of the day, I believe we all know who's going to be named the starter. So,
Max.
Relax.
So I'm not even going to touch that position. For me, it's the defensive line for one reason. We have depth now. So I kind of want to see how these guys are going to first of all, who's going to start and then how they rotate in. Because you want fresh bodies pretty much every possession. You want fresh guys going in. You don't want guys having to play 40, 50 snaps pretty much every game like we had to do last year with some guys. And you not being able to rotate nobody in because you just don't have the depth. You add guys.
You had no defensive tackles last year whatsoever. Javon was fighting for his life every play.
It was nasty.
Even Desmond Watson was fighting for his life out there because
he got in shape.
I would say Desmond really shouldn't be playing that many snaps in the game regardless anyway, as much as I love him. You don't want to play that many snaps.
I would say this. He was very impactful when he was out there, though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But rotating, you get tired. So adding guys like Memphis transfer Cam Jackson, Louisville transfer Caleb Banks, adding those guys along with the freshmen Kelby Collins and Will Norman, those 4 guys alone.
Will the thrill, baby. Will the thrill.
They're gonna make a massive difference out there. And you still bring back Chris McClellan.
And that is gonna be all. I'm all over him being all SEC. I think that kid's special.
I got him here, Mark, for real. I got him here.
That kid is gonna be him along with Cam Jackson. Oh man, they are gonna be some serious.
Yeah. I seen the depth chart. I seen the measurements for Cam Jackson. That man got bigger somehow.
He was already massive, so
6'6", 370 and can move. And he was one of the top players in the Sun Belt Conference in the AAC last year with Memphis. So when he entered the portal, he had a lot of schools that was after him, but he pretty much already knew he was going to Florida afterward. I mean, he's from Lake Wales, so there's
no brainer.
No brainer. So no, actually no, he's not. He's actually from Louisiana. So that connection with Billy Napier was already there because he recruited while he was at Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So you already knew him. So him coming in, Caleb Banks, who you talk to people at Louisville, they will tell you they think that kid is gonna really be something special.
Hey,
they were surprised that he transferred because they knew what he could be.
It wouldn't be the first time we got a great Louisville defensive lineman.
And Louisville has some really active defensive linemen on that team. You guys like Yaya Diaby, Yasir Abdullah, whose father played at the University of Florida's national champion in 1996.
That's a fun fact. Mark's dropping the fun facts.
Look at Marcus dropping the fun facts where I'm like, hold on a minute.
Dropping the facts tonight.
I did not even know that, but yeah, you add him, and he redshirted last year behind that defense. They tell you how much talent they had at Louisville. And he redshirted behind them, and they think they were saying there's a chance he could be better than them. So you bring that over this way, I cannot wait to see that rotation.
I'm excited.
I am really hyped for it. Plus, I want to see who nails on the spot because again, like you want the depth all you want, that's great, but like you want to nail down those top two big tackles. We're gonna play the majority of snaps and then figure out from there who's gonna be rotating in. So I'm really happy for Banks because he was a guy that all three of us earmarked and really had our eyes on during spring, and he had a productive spring period. So I want to see him continue to bring that in the fall camp. Chris McConnell wants to build off what was a pretty impressive freshman year. And then guys like Kelby Collins who are coming in as freshmen. I want to see how they fit in, how they manage to carve out roles for themselves too. So I'm really excited for this defensive line room. The first time in a while I've been excited for a defensive line room.
Hey, Jalen Humphreys too, bro. Don't forget about Jalen Humphreys, OG. You know
Gosh, a lot of names.
That's an OG, man. He's been through the wars, bro.
Man, he's ready.
He's been there since 2013.
He was there before Kirby won his first championship.
That man was there when Kirby was at Bama, boy, and he ready for the wars.
God almighty.
He's seen the process.
He was with Ron English.
Hey, man, he was there when people was out here cracking cars in the student library.
Before the complex got built, bro. Like, this man is a sheesh.
Trusted the process.
Yeah. That's a true Gator through and through. But anyways, even though we're rambling about it, I had a few questions I guess we could hop into real fast. Let me see if I can minimize this.
What's good, J Money?
J Money, what's good, bro?
J Money, what's good with you, man? Be back with it. Be back.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to bring these on.
And
so this is the first thing.
First of all, like and subscribe.
Yes.
Show us love. And then thank y'all for subscribing. All the subscribers we ended up getting the last couple of weeks. We appreciate y'all for that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But yeah, y'all can answer these in the comments as well. We'll put them up, put them on the screen. So we got a 2-part question here. Who needs to step up? Who will have a surprise season? I would say, for me personally, who needs to step up? I'm gonna go with whoever's on the other side of Jason Marshall.
That's
whether
good.
it's Devin Moore, and just who rotates in and out, because we already know Jason Marshall's that guy. We know that. He got that spot locked down. Jalen Kimber was productive last year when he was over there, but so was Devin Moore. So that's going to be a battle that I'm watching as well. Who gets that start spot? And by the way, if y'all have not seen Devin Moore, this man grew. This man grew an inch or two.
That's the thing. I think Devin Moore has the body and the size to be able to have a heck of a season at CV2. But same time, I think because he got hurt last year, Kimber has the edge on him due to experience. But at the same time, I do feel like Devin Moore is the more talented. Because let's not forget, when Devin Moore came in last year, bro, he was looking like he could be a SEC all-freshman type guy. He was tackling very well. I mean, covering very well. And there were times we saw Kimber early on show flashes of being an awesome cornerback, but also flashes of getting dunked on, So it's tough for me, man. But I do agree, AB, that whoever's starting on the opposite side of Jason Marshall will definitely have to be a guy that steps up.
Yeah,
J Money agrees. Never more. So
because he's a kid that has serious talent. Like we saw the flashes when he was out there healthy last year. We heard rumors about him in practice last year as well. So I'm just hoping he can be productive. I hope he can stay healthy, take care of himself, and all that. The fact that he's growing is kind of encouraging because, my goodness, what has he got to be? 6'3" now?
That's the rumor. You about 6'3" now.
That's a basketball team. As you started corners right there, man. I like that. I like my corners with a little bit of size. I like guys with some physicality who can play bump and run coverage. So hopefully he's be able to carve it out for himself, and I hope he's able to do his thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I think another guy I like to see, and we keep forgetting about this guy, but Tyreek Sapp. I think that's a vet. That's a guy who had, all these stars coming out of high school. He showed flashes throughout the season of him being potentially very good. In the spring game, we saw him have a great spring game before. In this past spring game, he had a heck of a spring game as well. So I would like to see him step up, man, and play a great role, whether he's starting or he's in the rotation. I think he's a guy that needs to be somewhat of a glue guy and a leader for us in the defensive line.
Specifically.
Hey, King of the North.
King of the North, man. What's going on with you, man? Shout out to you for always supporting these pods, man. For real.
Yes, absolutely.
And also, real quick, by the way, Marcus, the Braves did just win.
Yes. What a week for the Braves. 5-1. Strider, one earned run over 6 innings pitched. That's what's up.
Oh, salute.
Yeah,
Maybe you have
baseball.
You have any more guys you think need to step up, or Marcus?
Oh, I'm looking at positions.
Yeah, I got quite a few actually.
You know what? Wingo. I think we can all agree on Wingo needs to step up.
Whatever he does, I was really just about to say one of these guys too. Just took a ride my mouth, buddy.
Good one.
I was gonna say Justice Boone.
We're pronouncing his name wrong. It's not Justice. It's just us. They had him on Paul Feinbaum. I guess Dari Noka was filling in for Paul Feinbaum today, and they had him on the show, and he said that's literally how you pronounce it. And he gave a backstory on why that's
just us.
Yeah. He gave a whole backstory on why that's
wow.
So what it was, apparently when he was born, his dad wasn't in there for the birth, and he said his mom just looked around. It was just those two in there. They had not decided on the name yet, and he said that's how she came up with the name, Just Us, because it was just those two in there. So that's the whole backstory on this.
Marcus stupid, bro. I can read this man.
Marcus, you are shambolic.
What? You know what I was gonna say? I was saying, man, that's a wonderful backstory. That's actually a really good thing.
Nice.
That's actually painful though. That's painful. That's like Tyler Perry type stuff though.
Relax. Not shambolic. Anyway,
me and Tasha Smith Tyler Perry movies right now.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Anyway, I was going to say Justice Boone. He was a guy who had some activity last year. I liked what he was able to do along the defensive line. I really want to see him continue to improve. And as far as the linebackers go, Shamar James is a guy that I really want to see take a step forward in his sophomore year because he was as a true freshman. He got thrown out there and played pretty well. He was pretty productive.
You can pencil him in as a starter.
Yeah, 100%. Like he was productive. He played well. Sophomore year, I want to see him really continue to improve and be more leader because this is a linebacker room that's pretty much done a wholesale fit because you got transfers coming in to help solidify some spots over there and help with depth, like John from Ohio State. You got some experience. Marry the experience with the talent that guys like Shamar have, and I think this will be a solid linebacker room. Just hope everybody's in the right gaps. Everyone has all the calls going down right. Let's keep everything uniform and keep everything solid over there in that second level.
Agreed.
That's where Austin Armstrong is going to shine. New defensive coordinator. And from what we saw in the spring, the early reports now, I love this hire.
See, I thought I was going to like the first defense coordinator we had. What was his name again?
Patrick
Tony.
No, you're right, Marcus. Don't remember it. It's all good, bro.
I thought I was going to like him a lot. Didn't like him very much at all, to be honest with you. But then again, knowing the personnel issues that we had, probably tied his hands on some things. Mm-hmm. Other things, he was a little too vanilla for my taste. But this Armstrong guy, man, came out straight out Southern Miss. That defense was really productive. That defense was aggressive. Mm-hmm. They came after you. And judging by his comments, he talked about, well, we used to have the fun over here. We're going to get really aggressive on defense in that same manner. Yeah. I am really, really excited about how aggressive this defense is going to be. Because they did in the spring game. They showed us a little taste of it. And they came after this offense. So hopefully they bottle that up and do what they did everybody else this year.
Yeah, J Money, I agree, man. And, I think Shamar, as you mentioned, Shamar definitely has high expectations, but also Kamari Wilson. I mean, he's a 5-star, right? Right. University of Florida, we consider ourselves like DBU, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's probably the first major recruit that Napier was able to land in his tenure also, so that's another thing.
So, I mean, him having Corey Raymond coaching him, being a 5-star, having a talent.
Corey Raymond took over the entire secondary.
Yeah. So anything short of like all SEC type level, whether it be second team, even if he gets snubbed, but he should be in that conversation.
I don't know. Penciled in as a starter though.
It's this thing like 5-star. I mean,
because what I'm hearing, Miguel Mitchell is one of them.
Oh yeah, Miguel, because Miguel gets downhill, he can hit.
Yep, but there's another one. And they say he reshaped his body and looks really, really good out there now. The Michigan transfer, RJ Moten.
Yep. Yep.
They go.
So what do you think we're gonna have specific packages for Kamari more so in the box? Or are they saying Wotan is better in coverage or like what?
Well, with Raymond coaching the whole secondary, he's going pretty much be doing both, but I think you're gonna see him more as a box safety. So I mean he can cover. We know he can cover, but I mean him getting to the ball, like being a box safety, being near the ball, that's honestly where he's best at.
I agree.
He's more of a boxer than me personally. I always thought he was.
I don't know if y'all want to see this next one, but I'm gonna put this up here. But before I do, I'm gonna do this.
Oh my God! Hey man, no comment.
Hey, he's strong, bro. He benching a lot. I say that much.
That's all you gotta say about him. He benches a lot. That's kind of
he benches a lot, bro. Look, I wish all the best for all these kids. I mean,
yeah.
I think realistically, I would love to see Weston be a guy that is a productive guy on special teams. Because look, I believe that special teams is right up there as far as the most important areas in the game. Like we need a guy to go out there and gun and cause mayhem in special teams. You know what I'm saying? Come on, AV, don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that.
Special teams is the third of the game.
So Jerry, we got to use that. We got to use the word.
Look. We need a Landon Collins on special, a Reuben Foster on special teams. That might be Jack Pyburn though. Might be Jack Pyburn.
Back then, you didn't have to worry about getting ejected from the game for targeting. You get a Reuben Foster out there type of player out now, you ain't just getting ejected from the game. You getting arrested.
I mean, Reuben Foster and arresting is kind of nuts. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
You talking about handcuffed on the field?
Right, look, anyway, come on now.
Anyway,
but I get where you're trying to go.
There's one more name that we're not thinking about here that also needs to step up. We're gonna flip it over to the other side of the ball. The
offense.
Yes.
Oh man.
Other side of the ball. He's in a particular position group that, quite frankly, since a particular special player left.
Who you want? Arliss Boardingham?
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah. I mean, I think he has all the tools to be able to do it, though.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to put like crazy hype on the boy or anything like that because, like, again, it's going to be his first taste of real action in college football. But this tight end room for the last several years has been absolutely bare. Like, we've had converted D linemen in this room for crying out loud. We had guys who couldn't really do much. We still have zip and everything like that, but behind it, not a lot of guys that can do things over the middle of the field who have mismatched potential. And Arliss is, again, not going to compare him to Kyle Pitts, not going to compare anybody to Kyle Pitts, but potential-wise and athletic profile-wise, he can do certain things that we haven't seen since.
Just get me a Goolsby type, honestly. Like, if we had have us a Goolsby
even that,
type,
just a good college tight end who just makes plays. You throw a couple boots to him, he'll make plays on the run. He can block a little bit, complete a pass over the middle to him, play wide, all that type of stuff. You know, just someone that looks like a tight end at least.
I agree because I don't know what we had going on before, bro. 27 first game. Who we talking about, Moten or? Oh, Weston?
Yeah.
J Money, what is this based on, fam? What are we talking about,
I don't
Jay?
even know, man. You my dog J Money, but I don't know about this Jamarcus Weston thing.
I don't know about this Jamarcus Weston narrative that's being pushed right now.
J Money got this man on NCAA Football 14 right now. He loaded it up.
This is a step above Treon Harris hype.
I don't think we want to see number 82 out there playing safety.
Look, I would hope he does well at safety, though. That I would love it. If he does well, I'm all in. I want the best for the kids.
Imagine he comes in and takes a spot and actually gets to play safety for real. That'd be kind of nuts, wouldn't it, though?
Yes, dude.
I hope it surprises me. Not just a lot of people. Hope it surprises me because, again, that tight end room has not really been much of a tight end room over the last however long.
Well, I mean, like, who do y'all think? Jay, who do y'all think is going to surprise people? I guess because Jay Money brought surprises. So, who's your surprise player this year?
Let's see. I don't really know about surprise, but I would honestly. The easy answer is Grant Mertz, and the fact that he'll surprise me and that he won't be a disaster. Honestly, just whoever plays quarterback.
Okay.
This one's easy
for
me. Jakeem Jackson.
Okay.
Because he's cracking that 2 deep, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, he is out there.
Okay. I can see it.
Someone in that deep room is definitely going to surprise, just off the simple fact that outside of Marshall and guys like Kimber, who are experienced in this program, this is really really young corner room. So a lot of these guys are going to play, are probably going to have to play. Like Devin Moore is too talented to not be on the field. Deshaun Johnson is probably too talented again to not be on that field at some point. Right. Jakeem Jackson also, I think he'll fill in that slot spot every so often and be able to make a couple plays here. So again, any of those guys that come out there and crack the 2 deep in any of those spots and is able to have a productive season and make some plays here in a couple of these games, that's a big surprise for me.
I'm going to go Damian George.
I like that.
I believe he can be a guy that really turns it out and has a surprise season in pass pro and in run blocking. So, yeah, that's my – and also maybe Richie Leonard.
Oh, Marcus.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, man, I need to see it, bro. I need my West Side boy, the dude, to turn up this year.
That's a good one. Good one.
Because he's a receiver with size and speed. So that's a different dimension of the guys that were coming in behind him now. So I'm excited for that.
He better step up because if he don't, them guys behind him, yeah, they ain't like that.
They take
Real-
it
real-
to the table.
Real quick, if you had 4 wide receivers that you would put out there on a weekend basis, who are 4 guys you feel like? Who are your 4 top targets this year for this team? For the quarterback,
Pearsall,
Obviously.
Douglas, Andy Jean,
okay.
and one of the tight ends.
No Frazier's?
Are we talking strictly wide receivers?
Yeah, strictly wide receivers.
I forget what she was.
I'll throw him out there.
Okay.
All
Because
right,
he started coming on last year before he got hurt in the A&M game, which was wild. He got hurt on the touchdown catch that he
God,
had.
I hated that so much for him.
Great play that he made, and then he got hurt on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Frazier for a long time though. That's the other part. So I hated that he got hurt. But
Yeah,
he's healthy. He's gonna make an impact this year. So Pearsall was number 1 with a bullet. We know
For
that.
sure.
I'll put Frazier's in there.
Okay.
Caleb Douglas, I'm not that high on, but again, he's got experience and he can play and he can separate.
Right.
Gene, yes, because he'll be one of those bigger by possession guys. I like him a little bit more than the other out of that group of freshmen. Immediately, anyway.
Okay. I can see that. I pretty much agree with y'all, man. I'm not sure if Aiden will be like a every down guy right now, but I do think he'll be a guy that surprises people with his explosion outside of our fan bases. We know that Aiden is explosive, but I think other people get to see him make a few explosive plays. AB, please stop.
Yeah, we do not give that face.
Here and there. So I think we have a lot of young guys that can continually make improvements and kind of earn their roles, I guess you could say, like Eugene Wilson, etc. So I think wide receiver room is pretty set, man. I like where we are there, honestly.
I did nothing wrong.
You know what you were implying.
I ain't do nothing, man. I mean,
Well, shoot, I keep forgetting about Burke.
I don't know about him.
Yeah, he's gonna take a little minute.
It's gonna take a little bit because he still got to put on a little bit more weight too.
He could learn a lot from Marcus Burke. I'll say that much. I think that'll be awesome for him. And we got another question too.
But I like Gene and Pearsall though, and Burke actually.
Let me add this.
I would say Trey Wilson, but I think he'd be more gadget early.
Right, exactly. Like young Tony.
That kid's too good to keep off the field though. That's what's crazy. Oh, that's easy. Defense. Like it's not a question. It's not a question.
It's gotta be defense, because if your defense isn't good in the better half early on in a camp, especially, you got issues.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I would love to see the defense just honestly dominate. Like from what we've seen in the past few years, man, we have not been the Gator D that we. Oh Jesus, we have not been.
Jesus, Jerry. Hey, why you grabbing on the man dreams already?
Jesus, oh my God. But yeah, there was also some tweets and some notes from fall camp that came out speaking on Dijon Johnson, one of the best true freshman defensive backs in the country, in my opinion, talent-wise, making some great plays at practice. And everybody's saying, well, who threw the ball to him? Guys, please relax. And if you're one of the people panicking over a 3-read check down to who was it to? ETN or Montreal? I forgot.
Trayon Webb.
Oh, it was Trayon Webb? Okay.
Yeah. Calm down.
Please. Thank you.
Wusa.
Please relax. Please relax.
Like, guys, like a lot of that is the two things combined. One, just general Gator anxiety over the damn quarterback position, which I
God.
get it. But guys, just breathe. We're in fall camp. We don't know what's going to happen. Things surprise us every other year. Like, I get the whole anxiety about a Graham Mertz being the starter or a Jack Miller being the starter. I understand it. I have those same anxieties, but we'll let things play out as they are. Because we already set low expectations for the season as it is. A lot of people did already. So a lot of the things that you're already not liking are just self-confirming those.
Yeah.
And two, it's a drill where it was clearly meant to do that because it was going through the reads and doing a check down. That's all that was. Breathe.
That's what pissed me off because I went on there, I looked and saw what people were saying. They're like, oh, he took way too long. It was obvious that he's looking, taking his reads, progressing, and says, hey, I'm going to dump it to our running back who's open. Like, come on, y'all. We got to do better than that. Y'all got to relax.
Yeah, I need y'all to know how football drills work, some of y'all.
Come on, man.
What's funny is y'all don't want to talk about the dime that he threw to Ricky Pearsall.
That was nice throw.
Why y'all ain't talking about that? Already see how it's going.
Go ahead, AV. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's all you.
They probably the negative shit already. But see, so make a nice throw, all of a sudden crickets. Just saying.
Yeah. Maybe it's like somebody granddaddy cussing, bro. You're right though. Like a lot of this is just self-fulfilling prophecy stuff. Like I get you don't really particularly love any of these quarterbacks. I don't really like them that much either, personally. But I'm not gonna throw a hissy fit every time I see something in practice. And with Deshaun Johnson getting those 2 picks, the other thing is y'all are freaking out over who threw the ball. Worry about true freshman DB making plays.
Bro.
We don't know who threw the ball. It could have been a walk-on that threw the ball.
Who cares who threw the ball? In practice, the thing about camp practice interceptions is this. A lot of people tend to not understand. The offense, for more or less, is just kind of doing things. They're not game planning. They're not strategizing against the opposing defense in a camp, in a practice. They're just doing shit. They don't do game planning stuff until game week, and that's against the scout team, not the other starters or guys who are second team who are going to play. Like, no, they're just doing stuff. Breathe. Now, if he just throws it right into somebody's gut, then okay, yeah, I get that. But
yeah, we got it cool.
Yeah, it's the first couple of days of practice. Y'all can relax, man.
Yeah, dude.
Pads yet? Like, let's be real. They're not even in pads yet. What are we doing here?
It's definitely frustrating to see, bro. And like one reason why, because I know some of y'all watching this have followed me for years and years on Gators Twitter. One reason why I backed off, first of all, it was for just like my own mental health, all this stuff, get myself together, being better Jerry. But some of the stuff that I just saw on like social media from Gator fans is just very toxic. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. People wanting to be right, tweeting things saying, hey, I told you so. For what reason, though? You know what I'm saying? For what reason? Just support the team, support the players. If you see something wrong, you tweet about it. Sure, you're all entitled to tweet what you want to tweet. But you have to focus on, just the process itself, man. Don't focus on your own agendas. Because then you'll be miserable for the whole entire season, whether we're good or bad.
Yeah, it's like, what do you get out of that? Seriously. Like, what purpose does it? What do you gain from just literally sitting out there waiting for an "I told you so" moment? Like
I told you.
With a prize for it. Like,
you want a cookie for being an excellent Twitter scout? I get the negativity. Like, bro, just chill. Like, this is your team. We all wanted to succeed. Don't get me wrong. You may have your own personal feelings and personal agendas against some of these players and some of these decisions. I get it. But don't count them out before the games have even started mattering, yo. It's just practice. Mistakes are meant to happen in practice. I'd rather them happen in practice. I'd rather happen with young players out there learning as they go than it happens in games over and over again, and we're 0-4 going into conference play or whatever. You know what I mean? Just breathe.
Yeah.
I just got my question is like, what are we talking about, man? We talking about practice, man. Not a game. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Bro, not even like a simulated version of a game in a not like the full scrimmages. We talking about drills, bro.
Drills. I know we're
With
starting football, but my goodness.
With nobody playing defense, nobody play like relax, man. Just relax. We're gonna stress enough when we play Georgia, when you play Utah game 1. Just relax right now. Let's relax.
Yeah, like there's like a 75 to damn. I'm just gonna say it straight up. There's damn near 100% chance we are going to yes, 100% Jamie, like practicing the AI voice for sure.
Yeah.
No, there's a 100% chance we are going to be screaming at the TVs just like y'all are, because this is what we do with our teams. I get it, but it's August 1st. RELAX.
Please
relax.
And when you listen to this tomorrow morning, it'll be August 2nd. So
and we telling y'all this because we don't want y'all to be on the Cinepril. We don't want y'all to be on amlodipine. We don't want y'all to be on all these medications for hypertension, bro. Relax yourself.
Because you already do when it comes to recruiting, and recruiting is going very well right now, and yet somehow you still find a way to put yourself into it.
Look, that right there, I'm not gonna lie, that is what has pissed me off in this offseason. We have the number 3 recruiting class in the country, and you still want to moan, whine, and complain.
No, let's just say the word, Jerry. We gonna throw the word in there.
You go ahead, bro. I just got baptized. Okay.
Yeah,
congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations on that. I got baptized at 13, at the age of 13.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so I know the feeling. I know you were scared to get in that pool. So, but
maybe I was looking like Peanut and Baby Boy.
No, not Peanut. Just P. But I would just say the word. Y'all bitch and complain too much. All because of one or two certain players. Like, oh, you should take that player. You should take that player. Let me explain something to y'all, because we're gonna get into a little bit of recruiting later too. Explain something to y'all. These coaches are not going to take players just to take them. A certain coach did that. You know who it was? It was Dan Mullen. And look where it got us.
We had like 25 players that never made it on campus and
played. We had number 8, number 6 recruiting classes, and half of them never even made the campus.
See, it wasn't just some of the ones that did make it to campus either didn't pan out or they transferred out at the 1 year because they
Malik Lingham came on campus and left.
Exactly.
Like,
I remember those stories of kids who were coming to campus and then went to the clearinghouse and never went back to campus again.
Exactly. It's like when you think about it, that's why the roster, especially last year, was the way it was. Guys that either there was no depth or we had to play guys that shouldn't have been on the field.
Yep.
What happened? There was a purge after the season. Weeded out all the guys that shouldn't have been on the field and brought in guys that this new staff has scouted. And if my memory serves me correctly, if you look at last year's team, outside of Anthony Richardson, the best players on the roster were guys that Billy Napier recruited.
Oh, yes.
And brought in from the portal. So if that's going to be the case, then that should probably tell us that maybe the staff is pretty damn good at evaluating players and talent.
And the other part is just to piggyback and just expand even further.
So do I.
It's not going to be turned around all of a sudden in one big cycle.
Please preach, bro. Preach it.
Guys, you already have low expectations for a reason, because you know for a fact in your heart of hearts and all the tweets you send at 8 in the morning when you should be pouring up a cup of coffee and going to work. This roster is kind of bare in certain spots because we're picking up the pieces of bad recruiting over the years. Yep. And now the recruiting has been much, 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 much better than what we're doing over this last year and change. And you're still whining? Calm the fuck down.
Because of like 1 or 2 players that we can't get, like, or I guess we may or may not get. Like, why?
Because at the end of the day, these kids are gonna go where they want to go. Like it's just that simple.
Like you're not gonna put a gun to these kids' heads and tell them to go to the University of Florida. It's just not gonna happen.
It's like you see I see some of the same people saying, "quote unquote," step or step. Some coaches step and get these players. Sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes these kids actually want to play for certain schools or certain coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, in some cases, there's nothing you can do to change their mind. Even if they're in-state kids, they might want to say, I've been in Florida my whole life. I want to see something different.
They want to get outside home, bro.
I want to go to Alabama. I want to go to Ohio State. I want to go to a Texas. Some of these kids, they want to do that.
Yep.
Like it's just that simple sometimes. What are you going to put a gun to their head and say, "Oh, you're going to University of Florida"? No, like nobody's doing that.
Correct.
Like I ain't saying don't try to get these kids and all like that. No, that's not what we're saying. But the staff is trying to get these kids.
Bro, they are working hard, bro.
Like, we are.
Glad y'all both said that because that's the difference between this staff and the last staff full of idiots that we had. This staff is trying regardless. The last staff will look at schools like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson recruiting some guys and be like, oh, never mind, we're not going to recruit them because we have no chance at getting them. Do you know that more than half them kids would have actually came to Florida if those coaches would have recruited them?
Dog, I'm just gonna say this.
And I know
looking at a few of the guys who we had committed to us from that last staff. Okay, no disrespect to anybody who I mentioned. We went from recruiting Deontay Marks and Jamal Abrams to Dre Hawkins, Andy Jean, all these guys, right? Like Shamar James. Let's just calm down. Just let them cook. Let them cook, bro.
And mind you, guys like Shamar James are getting recruited by Patrick Tony, a coordinator y'all don't even like.
And he was this close to committing. Who was it, to Georgia?
But put it this way. Both Shamar James and Kamari Wilson, the night before signing day, were going to Georgia.
Yeah, that's right.
The same coach that y'all berated, and in some cases, deservedly so.
Yeah, let's keep it being. He's
3 o'clock in the morning, playing Call of Duty with these guys.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Next morning, and next morning, they committed to Florida. And here's the thing about Shamar James: his commitment ceremony was 7 o'clock in the evening. Did you know his letter of intent to Florida actually came in at 7 o'clock that morning? They just never announced it until he actually committed.
That was the world's longest commitment ceremony, too, I may add.
I'll never forget that. I was pumping gas.
Thank you. He was until 2 in the morning playing Call of Duty with both of these guys. 2 in the morning. 5 hours later, Shamar James' letter of intent to Florida was in. And then he announced it 12 hours later. Kamari Wilson was a Georgia lean. You know what I did the next morning? I went to their Georgia boys on 3. And by the way, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, what y'all put, even though y'all deleted the tweet. But I went to their boys. You know what they were doing on there? They were panicking because the intel that morning was Florida's starting to pick up some steam. They were panicking. And what happened? His commitment ceremony, he picks Florida.
Yep.
And wait, does he still have that car that he rolled up in? That's what I want to know.
That's a great question.
That car was nice.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially, like, all that to say, bro, is like, everybody just calm down. Okay? Calm down. Fall is we got a lot to see in recruiting, we got a lot to see in the practices, but we really gotta make sure that we're being logical and not just trying to push narratives and agendas. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, end of the day is, yes, this season may or may not go the way that you wanted or thought. Hell, it may just go the way you thought it would, and that we're not going to be all that great of a team. But the fact of the matter is, it's August 1st. None of us knows a damn thing until the balls are rolled out August 31st.
On a Thursday night on national television against the defending Pac-12 champions in the Utah Utes in Utah, in Salt Lake City.
Minus Cam Rising, right?
You know,
who knows?
They're trying to sit there and say he's going through progress, recovering from his ACL. So I mean, it sounds like they may try and possibly play him, but
I don't think he does. That sounds very much like he'll play if it's an emergency, if anything.
that's what it sounds like. So we'll have to see. And we did have a writer from Utah come on last year. We may get him back on again.
Yeah, we gotta get back on.
Oh, get him back on. Minus
Get him back on.
people, Jerry.
Huh?
You heard me.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I had hiccup.
Minus certain people.
Oh, that was nuts. Yeah. That was nuts, bro.
Oh, that was crazy.
Christ, Gerald.
Yeah. We were just talking about that Shambolic episode.
Speaking of shambolic, Iowa State's quarterbacks linked to gambling. Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Jesus.
Yep.
On the Iowa State game, too, allegedly.
Got money.
Hey, man. Calvin really influences the world.
But AV Marcus, y'all had anything else that y'all wanted to get into for fall or anything like that? Or y'all wanted to go into just a little bit of like Jeremiah Smith and DJ Lagway, all that stuff, recruiting?
Oh, just what is the offensive line going to look like? What do we think the starting 5 guys are going to be out on the 31st? Oof.
I'll go left to right. I'll say Austin Barber, Micah Mazuka, Kingsley Iguaku, Richie Leonard, and Damian George.
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, man.
Perfect.
Out of that 5, that's a bunch of Jacksonville kids there.
Oh my God! Here he goes with the Jacksonville narrative.
Hey man, shout out Barber and OG Kingsley, bro. That's Duval County right there.
Been panning out other than Kingsley. Hey
man, not too much. Austin Barber looked real promising. That boy from the West Side, Trinity Christian, stand up. He doing his thing.
I like Austin Barber. I was glad we got him because I felt like that recruiting year, he was one of them guys where, like, we need to get that guy. See the film. The dude is nasty. He plays with Bean Street.
He's nasty.
Miami trying to go get him. We don't know. No. I need that on my offensive line. And speaking of, Life Wallet is now Death Wallet.
Oh my God. Oh, I agree. I agree. See, but we don't have that Torrance guy. But I think as a
whole, we don't have that penciled in, brick him up type of guy on the line so far. But overall, just from the guys with experience like Kingsley, who's still there, Austin Barber has another year under his belt of experience, and then guys with a bunch of size, guys who play other spots. Like, if nothing else, his offensive line is going to look real good coming off them planes in that bus. If nothing else.
Yeah. And see, you're replacing 4 out of 5 starters because your only returning starter is Kingsley Iguaku.
Right.
I mean, because if you think about it, last year, Austin Barber did not initially start. It was Michael Tarquin.
Yeah, and then Barber played his way into the rotation, and then he locked that spot down and hasn't really looked back.
Right. So, and Tarquin.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm good.
Tarquin's is now at USC. So.
Yeah. He can have it, honestly.
He married Baselli, by the way.
Spot out there, by the way.
Huh?
Hey, man, he married Tony Baselli's daughter, so hopefully Tony Baselli rubs off on him.
And you'll find out whether he's starting on August 26th during week 0 when they open up against San Jose State.
We're going to see.
So, shout out Richie Leonard, though. Richie, I was never the biggest fan of early or anything like that, but when he has had opportunities, the best thing you can say about an offensive lineman is that I'm not hearing his name very much.
He does his job.
Just do your job. Just come out, just do yeoman's work and call it a night. Get your assignments down. Be physical. Have good feet.
He never seems like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, just come on. Go into the play.
And since you are replacing 4 out of 5 starters, it's going to be interesting to see just, how they gel. Because that chemistry, building that chemistry on that line takes time. I mean, you got a guy like Kingsley being there. He's starting for the 3rd year in a row. So that's going to really help all these guys because he's going to be calling all the signals. He's going to be helping getting guys lined up. And an experienced guy like Austin Barber, he knows this system as well. So having 2 guys that know that system already, well, 3 if you count Leonard, they know that system. They're going to help Mazuka and Damian George. And Mike Mazuka was second team All Big 12 at Baylor last year.
Yeah, he was big time.
He's a good player.
But actually, I think he was first team All Big 12. I want to say, but that tells you the type of player he is. Now, there's no replacing Osiris Torrance, but if you get a guy like Micah Mazuka that can come in and fill that void and be a really good player at the position, that's all you ask for, really.
Agreed. What do y'all think about Jalen Farmer?
I'm hearing his name a lot because he's going to play his way into the rotation.
Because he's a physical. I mean, he's always been physical. He's a physical guy.
Yeah,
he gonna be a swing guy for us?
Like if a guy goes down, he's going to go in, or if a guy needs a break, he's going to be one of the ones going in. They absolutely love that kid.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear because the thing with offensive line play and the thing that's always been a thing with offensive lines, especially like in the pro level, in college level even, backups aren't particularly good.
No, bro. No.
But in this case, I think our backups and Roger Kearney is another guy.
Forget about pancakes.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's another one. So you got some quality.
Hold on, AB. Hold on. One more time. I didn't mean to cut you off, but where Big Rod from?
He's from Orange Park. So
that's Duval, bro. It's not a foe. I don't care. We claiming that.
Oh, facts.
So it's not exactly Jacksonville.
Bro, if you know anything about Jacksonville, everything is basically that. If you got the area code, they all claim Duval all the same. Yes. They're not even in the county.
Well, Tallahassee claims 850, but they ain't Pensacola.
Well, y'all got different politics over there.
That's different.
Not different. Why are they 850? Like you can't. Nah, bro. No.
It's different, bro.
I mean, it's the panel. Who cares?
Yeah.
I think for Kearney though,
it's another guy. So now my bad, Jeremy.
Oh no, you're good.
And we're building quality depth behind that offensive line. So you got some guys that now you can trust if maybe a starter goes down. You can plug those guys in, and it sounded like you may not miss a beat.
Yeah, I don't like that some of those guys that we were gonna count on went down, like a Cam Waits with his Achilles and everything.
He's recovered well though. He's recovering well.
Good. Because Achilles is never nothing to play with because that's not great. And transfers, even though it's for reasons that honestly any of us would do. When your mama's sick, when mama calling, you gotta go, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, Keontae Goodwin did transfer.
My prayers to him. Thoughts
and prayers to him, his family, his mom. It's just a really tough situation. We're keeping her in her prayers that she pulls through, she gets through this.
Yeah. Looking at your particular media site that's trying to solve this division.
Yeah, and for the site that put the eyeball emojis in their little tweet before they deleted it, y'all ought to be ashamed of y'all damn selves. And I know some of the guys that work for that site from the Gators side, they're not bad guys. They would never do that.
No, they do good work over there.
And they were pissed off about it.
You gotta be aware. You gotta read the room.
You can't be. Stop being freaks about certain stuff. Like the man's mom is sick. Like any of us would drop everything that we got and go right back to their mom's side if push came to shove in a situation like that.
Exactly.
Everybody got agendas, man.
That's a different situation. That you have to, like, that happens. You have to go back. You do
for sure.
You just have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Unless she flat out vehemently tells you, nope, just stay down here. I got this. Just stay down there. Unless she does that, you gotta go home. You gotta head back home and take care of it.
Yep.
When mama say go home, you go home, bro. This is what it is. I hope all the best for Keontae Goodwin and his mother and his family, man. That's really all needs to be said.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, y'all want to get into recruiting?
Do it.
Hey, man, let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
We had the grill in the Ville this weekend.
That's right. Yeah.
Sir.
All the commits pulled up. Had a few 2024 prospects, notably one of them notably at the particular grill in the Ville. We had Wardell Mack from New Orleans pull up, and it was big to get him back on campus because he's a guy that the staff's been evaluating, and what I'm hearing sounds like he's a take now. He's a take. So
that's good to hear.
And normally we know the kind of guys because Corey Raymond's still going to recruit guys like Jameer Grimsley, the Alabama commit, He's still gonna recruit guys like that who are like 6'2", 6'3", long and ranging like that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, what I'm at measured in taller than what we thought. I think he's around 6 feet. He's 6 feet, maybe 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Watch the film. That kid can play.
Really nice.
And this is a New Orleans kid. If you know anything about New Orleans kids, they some dogs.
Who's the last one we got from New Orleans?
Brad Stewart.
I would say Brett Stewart is about the last one.
No. Actually, no.
We had Kimber, right?
Nope. Wait,
Not
Kimber.
Kimbrough. Chester. Where is he from?
Yeah, Chester Kimbrough. Yeah, he's from New Orleans.
From New Orleans.
Chester Kimbrough.
Yeah.
He's from New Orleans, Brad Stewart, but also via transfer portal. Montreal Johnson's from New Orleans.
Well, yeah, he is. Yeah, I ain't even peeped that.
From New Orleans. That's what a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
he was from New Orleans.
oh, shout out J Money. That's what's up.
Did not know that. I was actually just there last month. Actually,
I know you want to stay.
I spent the day there. First time back in 14 years, and it's still love in the city, man.
I know you want to stay more longer than a day.
I did want to. I'm not gonna lie. I did want to. I love that city. That city's got a special place here, man.
I know you want to go dap up Zion and tell him to stay on the right path.
J Money handled that one.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Anyway,
Handled that one because I'm not getting involved.
Anyway, I digress. So, by all accounts, it sounds like it's a rousing success, and the period is now passed, and 2025 recruits are able to be contacted.
Yes, they are, and we had a good amount of 2025 recruits on campus. And by the way, real quick on Mac, it's really a Florida, Texas, LSU battle. It's them
Sounds
three.
about right. That sounds all right from a kid from Louisiana. That sounds about right.
And he could make a decision sometime soon, so we'll see. I know there was a couple of Texas predictions, but still here in Florida's in a really good spot for him.
Good to hear. This is kind of a funky DB class all across the board for everybody. So I like seeing at least 2 or 3 guys per class at corner because that's a position that you're going to need guys to play because it's not quarterback where only one guy starts and only one guy plays. It's 3, sometimes even 4 or 5, depending on formations, depending on attrition, that kind of thing. Playing a lot of nickel, especially in today's game. So just keep the young DB pipeline rolling in.
Right. What is this? And see, that's the thing. We had a lot of 2025 guys on campus too. I know Hilton Stubbs was on campus. Kobe Howard, who actually, by the way, the Pensacola native from Catholic High School, he actually recently transferred to Western High School in Davie, Florida. So he'll be playing down there. So he was on campus.
Solomon Thomas, was he on campus?
Solomon Thomas was on campus. So that's another. Oh man, Solomon Thomas is a must get.
I want him bad.
That is a must get. I know Florida State is involved in his recruitment as well, but that is a must get.
All right, so if people don't know,
that's your job.
I know, but I got this under control. Don't you worry.
You better not put on that other team colors.
I don't even got none of them colors in my closet. I got this Garrett shirt on. I'm gonna rock that. Call it a day. I got this.
But the 2025 class, I think the 2025 class could be special. There's some big time guys that we're going after that. Telling you right now, they can push for the number 1 class in the country. They doing it now.
Now, I know that a lot of people always say this about recruiting classes. Well, this class could be special. This class could be special. But given the trajectory Florida recruiting starting to go on right now, especially how well this class is shaping up so far, I know we're not early sign day period yet, but we're at a really good spot, top 3 in the nation in a lot of places. 2025 momentum is going to pick up heavily, and I really like the spot that we're in.
Where do y'all think we focus more towards in the 2025 class? Like offense, certain position group?
I think you're gonna. I think it's gonna be mixed. Actually, you're gonna kind of hit on a bunch of different spots. I mean, the 2025 class is a class where you don't necessarily have to focus on one side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can hit on different spots.
Especially in the trenches, like you recruited a lot of young linemen on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, sure did.
2 classes really. So
lean a little towards offense.
Me too.
For the simple fact that this class they lean a little bit more on defense. But I mean,
maybe a really good tight end.
That's going to be a focal point, I believe.
Yeah.
Tight end. Everybody that knows me knows who my number one target for the class is, and regardless of position, regardless of who's a 5-star and who's not.
Who's your target, AB?
You know what my number one target is. I gotta have Kobe Howard in orange and blue. I gotta have Kobe in orange and blue.
So AB, like you said, I gotta do my job with Solomon Thomas. Do your job with Kobe.
See, there's a difference though. See, you in Jacksonville with Solomon Thomas.
Oh man.
Kobe Howard transferred to Weston High School in Davie. I'm not in Davie.
Stay by the phone.
I did recently speak with him. So I spoke with him about what he saw at the Grill in the Ville, like what it was like him being there, and he did tell me that they talked some football, but they really kind of took the time to like really get to know him as a person. Just building that relationship, and he said they really didn't put any pressure on him. That's what really made him feel comfortable there. So that's one thing that I loved hearing, and say he's excited to see what the offense looks like this year. And he got to really talk to Coach Gonzalez and Coach Decker. That's who you saw him with in the pictures, Coach Decker. He got to really talk to those two, and he measured in taller than what they thought too. He measured in at a little over 6 feet as well. So he did tell me that it was a great day there. Florida moved up his list. I'm not going to say who was top 5s if he had a top 5 list, because he's going to drop a top 12 soon. But he did tell me about 5 schools are really sticking out. I can tell you who they are, but I will say Florida is one of them. But
we'll do that. Let's go.
All right.
But he told me that before, and he kind of talked about how they would use him in the offense. They think he could be a mismatch nightmare, and I've seen this kid play. You can line him up outside. You can line him up in the slot. He's a nightmare everywhere.
Versatility is the name of the game.
Versatility is key, man. I mean,
he's pretty much
that's what fantasy football is all about.
But he pretty much said that they were going to really turn up the heat on his recruitment now that you can talk to 2025 guys. So that's going to be one guy that you hear about a lot.
I'm interested to see who we start targeting and going after heavy, man. Like, I haven't done too much studying on the 2025 class yet, but I'm definitely excited to see who we start going after and, see the moves, the chess match. I'm pretty sure Kirby's going to be, doing his thing as he always does and whatnot. So
Kirby.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
This is what I say to Kirby.
That's facts.
Oh, my God.
That's great.
Hey, man, like I said, AB, you got a job to do.
Look, I'm in the media.
Oh my God.
I'm in the media too.
You're cringe. Y'all are.
Yes. Speaking of media, Marcus, since you are gonna be at Jack's practice Saturday, did you put in for that position?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I did.
You did?
Yeah, but as for right now, I'm Road Network 4L right now.
I feel you, bro. Committed.
When things start to pop off, I will be dropping my letter soon.
Yeah, I pretty much dropped mine. I'm just waiting to drop the rest of the letter.
Yeah.
Got that up. But yeah, he's gonna be a guy that you look at. Hilton Stubbs is a guy that they're gonna really go after hard. Definitely DJ Pickett as well.
All right.
He's gonna be a guy that they go after. Solomon Thomas, just named Carter Smith, the quarterback. They really like him. I think he's at Bishop Road, I want to say.
Yeah, take at least one quarterback a cycle because it's a weird position.
Yeah, they're gonna be after him heavy. There's a lot of guys that they're gonna be going after that. Hey, I'm telling you that the 2025 class can be. They can push for the number one class if the cars fall right.
That's what I need, bro. And unfortunately, because like I guess we haven't had like, the greatest recruiting classes in recent memory, I guess you could say. So like us having a top 3 class right now is feeling crazy. I'm like, this even real, bro? Like, what's going on? But this is something the University of Florida is capable of doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should be top 3.
It should be the expectation at every cycle. You should be competing for top
Because
3
we have
number 1.
recruiters. We have actual recruiters
I know.
that know how to recruit.
And I always said, the team that I look for us to be above in recruiting every year, because this game is always close every year. If we can be above LSU in recruiting, I think it changes the trajectory of that rivalry that we have with them, because we've been neck and neck. Like, we basically kind of marry each other as programs in a sense. So, like, get past LSU and then beat them on the field.
Beat them out for kids if you have to do it, even.
Please.
We beat them out for some kids.
Think about some of the guys that have beaten us, bro, in the past few years that we wanted that are there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want Jamar Chase.
Well, did they really beat us out, or did the idiot staff I just recently talked about, the idiot previous staff, pretty much say, "Oh, never mind, we're not going to go after him"?
Well, that's a great point.
That's
what
happened.
But the transfer portal was also hot at one point. The block was hot, and they got a certain somebody.
Yeah.
It bees like that, but anyway, switching gears a little bit back to 2024. So there's a particular recruit that stayed till Monday. I got to see Garrett practice. He was with DJ Lagway even.
Who extended his stay. He was supposed to leave Sunday. He extended it to yesterday to be with that particular recruit who came in, who I would just say it right now since Florida State fans won't admit it, left Florida State's campus a day early to go to Gainesville. Oh, but he on flip watch for Florida State, though, according to them.
No, he's even on flip watch for us is the actual question.
So why did he leave a day early if he on flip watch for y'all? Just to go to Gainesville. He got in Sunday, and he and DJ Latway attached at the hip once again. Mm-hmm. They got to watch practice on Monday, and they both said they really liked what they saw. And Jeremiah Smith said pretty much he's gonna watch the offense, see how they play. And the offense looks good. Hey, I mean, I know he seems locked in Ohio State because Brian Hartline being there, but even with Brian Hartline being there, I'm not getting my hopes up right now. But I don't know if he's as locked in as he says he is. I really don't.
I think he's mastering this recruiting process.
Yeah, he has, but it's at the same time, if you're as locked in as you say you are, why do you feel the need to continue taking visits to other schools?
Hey, man, take your visits. I do it too.
Vacationing.
But if that's the case, Marcus, why even commit to a school?
And we saw, he wants to take his business and call it a night when it's time to send the NLI.
That's true.
Now, I do think that he genuinely does like Florida. I do.
Yeah.
He does. He does. For me, honestly, it almost seems like, how can I put it? It's almost like saying, give me a reason to come to Florida.
Correct.
Y'all get that vibe from him?
Mm-hmm. I get that vibe like very, very specifically from him.
Yeah,
and recruit out there. He basically said, "Don't suck."
Pretty much. So we'll have to see. I mean, they just got the fact they keep getting them on campus that's good right there. But you just got to keep chipping away.
Well, one thing we know is, and we heard it from the source, do not count us out in this recruitment by any means. As long as we have Lag committed to us, I think we have a great shot. Because again, Lag and Jeremiah Smith are darn good friends. They play Madden together, etc. You know what I'm saying? Don't count us out for it. I mean, of course, Ohio State's resume with wide receivers has been tremendous over the last few years, but that's not to say that Florida doesn't have a chance.
And they got more coming down the pipe this year.
Yeah,
Watch out for Emeka Ibuka. He gonna blow up.
good
Yeah,
God.
he'll be the number 2 receiver that blows up because him and Marvin Harrison Jr. are. I'm gonna just say this: Kyle McCord, don't f up. That's literally all they tell you. Don't mess it up.
No, seriously, just throw those guys and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, he's literally that simple.
You got one job, brother. One job.
Really, just one job, bro.
See,
But anyway,
but speaking of the offense, though, let's get into it real quick.
Okay.
all right, let's do it.
The videos that we saw.
Oh man.
Now, former guest of the show, Shane Matthews, who's a Gator quarterback legend, and actually helps call games on the radio for the Gators network whenever they're playing. He was on the Buddy Martin show, and he talked about how he was, from what he's heard, and this wasn't just from coaches on this staff, but coaches from around the country, about Graham Mertz, about how when it comes to football, he's very intelligent. They feel like he can make all the throws, and he's just one of those guys that just has all the tools to be a really good quarterback. He feels like he's going to have a really good season. Maybe not be player of the year, but feels like he's going to have a really good season. So there are two ways I'm looking at this. Number one, I kind of feel like he took a shot at a certain quarterback wearing number 5 for the Indianapolis Colts right now. But number two, I will also say this. To hear that about a quarterback, we haven't heard that about a Florida quarterback in a long time since. I can't bring this up because it's pain. Because I'm going to go even before Kyle Trask.
You about to say WG?
Yep.
Oh boy,
that was pain. But we haven't heard those kind of words for a while. But even since Kyle Trask, which has been 3 years. But
yeah,
to hear that is also kind of refreshing because what you're going to see is him. If the routes aren't open downfield, hit the check down. Just make the simple throws. The simple, easy throws. You're going to see that a little bit more. And there was also another clip where there's a former offensive coordinator talking about the scene. He said, we're basically going to be in 11 personnel. If you know about 11 personnel, if you play football, that's 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and running back, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was like, and he was like, everybody thinks we're just going to turn around and hand the ball off 60 times a game. It's not happening. Pretty much said, we don't throw the ball in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
So that comment kind of surprised me. I'm like, yeah, our bread and butter is the run game, and we're going to run the ball because we got bell cows at running back that are being disrespected right now by the country because this is one of the best standards in the country, not just the SEC, in the country. So we are going to run the ball, but to hear that tells me one thing. We have depth and way more talent at the wide receiver position.
Oh, we know that. We just discussed that. We know that.
Yeah, we just discussed it. So that was also, it was surprising, but also very refreshing here. So what were y'all thoughts on all that?
So I heard the one comment by somebody, and I
oh my God, Jerry, what are you doing?
He wrote that and don't even know half of what he wrote. So,
well, all right. So we did have that guest on last year, and he good guy. I think he wasn't very fond of the style of quarterback that we had. So I think the opinions that he has now kind of reflect that. And there were some instances where AR did not make good decisions, and there was a lot of communication issues, I think, at times early on, but he got better. But if what he said reflects what we see coming up, I'll be happy. Like I'll be ecstatic about it. I mean, That's just how I feel about it. I'm wishing the best for Graham Mertz. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also said real quick, he's sticking with his minimum 8 wins.
Minimum?
Yeah.
Didn't he give us like 6 last year?
Yep.
He was right about the 6. I mean,
He said 8 minimum, so he's leaving room for potentially like we win a game where we got no business winning.
you see, a lot about this is also like the defense was really, really bad.
We're trash.
Excuse me. It was terrible.
That's how bad it is. You just heard Marcus yawn. That's what they're doing at the defense.
No, for real, like it was really bad. There was a lot of breakdowns. The system itself wasn't really conducive to really playing to these guys' strength because they weren't great players. Let's be real.
We had like the second highest missed tackle percentage or something, or rate or something in the SEC East.
Yep.
It was terrible.
SEC period.
Yeah. And combined the schedule actually not being a lot more difficult than we thought it was going to be coming in. Because how many of us thought Tennessee was going to be as good as they ended up being?
Yeah, we didn't see LSU being the SEC West champion.
No, we see that happening. We like I'm still amazed we beat down South Carolina and they won on that hot streak they went on the end of the season.
That was weird.
Oh, and by the way, guess what? Landed 5-star plus player Dylan Stewart today.
Well, shout out South Carolina. Shout out St. Beamer then.
That cake was baked though.
Yeah, we did that one. Like when the guy goes to certain schools, if he's like a high ranked recruit, he's usually from the area or has a relationship.
Washington D.C.
Mid Atlantic. There you go.
South Carolina actually recruits that area pretty well. Not even trying to be funny. They really actually.
It's like, oh, how can I go to the SEC and be as close to family as possible?
Pretty much. But no, like, so think about Graham Mertz. He does have the tools to be a very good quarterback. He does. He's got the size. He's got an arm.
We've seen it.
He's got mobility. He's shown it at times. He was showing in his freshman year at Wisconsin he could probably be something. COVID happened and just never really bounced back from it. And then he had using bad offenses and made a lot of bad decisions. But he's very good in the play action game and what the running game that we have. If we're able to keep that going, now they will play action passing. You don't have to really have a great running game to really have a good play action passing attack. But we do have a great running game, and that helps tremendously. Just keep things on schedule. Just keep it going. 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5.
We don't want no 2nd and 14.
Exactly. Just keep things on schedule. Don't make mistakes. Protect your king, which is the football, and off to your guys in the backfield. Let the horses work. You have a speed at wide receiver now. You're in a more wide open offense than what you were at Wisconsin. So just take care of the baby. Drop the baby off at the babysitter's house, aka your receiver in your bags, and call it a day.
Which is why we say, or we said earlier, field position is going to be pivotal and vital in this season that we have coming up. Like we have to make sure we flip the field. We can't be starting our own 15. We can't be having holding calls, out the wazoo. We go to Kentucky this year. If I see another game where we have about 10, 15 false starts, I will lose my mind. So we need to do away with any false start penalties. And Napier is very high on discipline, so I'm not really worried about that. But just in case, we need to clean all that up so we don't have to put Graham in bad situations. And make sure we call plays that will help him out. And
flipping the field is important. I mean, it's nice to have a 99-yard touchdown drive against Alabama in 2021 like we did, but we don't need to keep doing that every year.
Bro, oh my God.
I don't want to see that every game.
When is the last time we were really good at flipping the field, bro?
Christ, I can't remember that.
2019?
2012.
2012?
We were really good in that 2012.
Because the offense was terrible, but the defense was like the best defense in the country.
The defense was lights out. Offense on certain days could be okay.
Defense made a play, we flipped the field. Special teams was actually good, decent.
You got a great point.
We got back to blocking kicks.
And if it wasn't for Tommy's leg being like generational, like we probably wouldn't have been a great, field position team then. I don't even think we were that great anyways, but we just really got to prioritize that, bro. Like that's going to be key. The details.
Yeah. So all that's going to be key this year. Mm-hmm. So if we're hearing that from that guessed that we're gonna throw the ball more too. That actually could help with said recruit that was on campus watching practice.
Could. I mean, if Kurt doesn't throw a bunch of picks, then he gets protection.
Yeah, because if we do it and look good doing it, hey man, hey. Or if Brian Hartline takes an NFL job, if that happens, or he gets a head coach job, let's just be honest. Or I'll put it like this: Ohio State's offense is terrible. All best.
Yeah, I think a selling point would be even if the quarterback situation is not looking sunny and it's all sunshine and peaches. You can say DJ can say I make these throws. I got this. I can do this. Like this offense, regardless of what I've seen production wise, I feel like I can be the one to cultivate and make it better. And I feel like you, Jeremiah, with me, we can make this thing brilliant. Like we can make it Greg McElroy, Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think was something that you got to look at because like AR last year, right? He had Justin Shorter. Justin Shorter, he was not going to be like. He might not have been drafted if we still ran the same offense we did on damn low. That's just me being honest. Last year with AR's arm and explosiveness, that made that guy like pretty solid pick. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's a lot of pros and cons, bro. I feel like with this.
Yeah. Just don't go overboard with it. And my biggest thing is the play calling. Like there doesn't need to be like a 60-40 split all the time with it. Like I prefer a little bit more balance. Okay, 6-4 is fine, but coming out the second half, throwing the ball all over the yard when you're running the ball well, like we did against Florida State, I don't need to see that happen again.
Please.
Maybe you knew over there?
I was seeing. I saw the Cubs won. They won 20-9. But I saw who the losing pitcher was for the Cincinnati Reds. I played against him in high school.
Oh shoot.
Be like that. Oh, speaking of pitching, Framber Valdez had a no-hitter.
Yeah, I saw that. The Astros get Justin Verlander today, and immediately pitcher today throws a no-hitter.
Hilarious.
Be like that.
No, it shouldn't be like that. Then cheating ass cheaters. But y'all got any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
No, man. I think we pretty much covered everything that we wanted to go over tonight. It was a great podcast. I'm just excited for the weeks coming. And prayers, if y'all are watching this, prayers for no injuries in fall camp. No injuries, please.
Y'all hear this? That's wood being knocked on.
No injuries.
Happy August. Happy game month. We are finally here. The time for talking is over. It's time for the balls to roll out, the grass to be cut, the fields to be painted. What is wrong with you two? Y'all are hell. Y'all get the message.
Hey, bro, you got it, bro.
Footballs are being rolled out.
Hey, you said it. Hey, hey.
The grass is being cut. Leave me alone. Hey, y'all.
Football, y'all.
Oh my God.
Today night we finally get, even though it's preseason, it's the Hall of Fame game, and Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson won't be playing. We still get football, man.
Jesus.
We get two different teams playing against each other in a live game.
It's lit. It's lit.
It's gonna be a hard knocks.
Starting from that day forward, we will have football every day until February. Until February, 11th or February 10th, somewhere around that time.
Something like that.
And the Jet stuff.
Hey, and fantasy football season is among us, so
choose wisely, everybody. Draft wisely.
My draft will be in one of my leagues will be August 19th, in which I get my championship belt. And I'm gonna just go ahead and a preview.
Hey, bro, we got to low key discuss in our group chat who we got to draft, bro. I'm trying to win this year. I got second last year, so
I'm gonna give y'all a preview.
yeah.
Acknowledge me. By the way, he was on first take today.
That's hilarious. I saw it. Oh man.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. Acknowledge me.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like everybody in the room, everybody. Acknowledge me.
Your tribal chief Anthony Beck.
Yes, and I plan to hold on to that belt.
You gonna take your place at the head of the table?
This man.
At the head of the table, I am now a 3-time fantasy football champ. Twice in this league in which I'm gonna get the belt, and another league that I'm in, I won a championship 1 year. So I'm a 3-time champ.
Dang, this man legacy score going crazy.
All I know is I won my fantasy league the first time I ever played fantasy. It's been all downhill from there.
I did the same. The first year I played is actually the first year I won.
Well, I had Calvin Johnson that year, and that was the year he set the receiving record. So I was unstoppable.
Wait, Jay Bunny, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Bro, I only lost because Dameon Pierce got injured at the end, bro. That's the only reason I lost.
The first year I won was off a field goal. I never forget the Broncos was playing the Bengals, and the Broncos were going for a game-winning field goal, and I had the Broncos kicker, and I'm just 2 points down. He makes his kick, I win.
No, y'all want no real pain. So I was fighting for a playoff spot, right?
This ain't being well.
It doesn't. So I had Phillip Rivers. It was last year in with the Chargers and stuff, right? It was a Monday night game against, I want to say, the Browns. I was down 25, 26 points, so I had him to rely on because quarterbacks usually get that in their sleep in this league. I was doing really well, so he was at 25, so it was a tie game. They're driving down the field with a couple seconds left. They're at the goal line. Throws a pick.
Oh my god!
Throws a pick. I lose. No playoffs for me.
That is hilarious.
In a year where I won the first 6 games,
That's pain.
I would have lost my freaking mind.
That's pain, bro.
Mind you, I started off like 5-6-0, and everybody got injured, so I had to scramble every other week. And I kept losing, just dropping games in the wildest ways imaginable. So I was scrambling. So Phillip was my last hope. I had a chance to at least clinch a playoff spot and just regroup from there. On the last damn play.
That's how it go, bro. It sucks.
You know what's really funny? The first year I played and won the league that year, I kept scrambling players every week because I kept having a player get hurt. So I would pick up a player, and all of a sudden they go off. Okay, I don't need you no more. I'm going to get this player.
Lucky behind.
And then somebody, this is where I really want to know. Somebody dropped Cam Newton that year.
What?
I was like, are you serious? Him up. He became my starting quarterback. You know who my backup quarterback was?
Bro, who was your backup quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers. And see, that year, particularly, Cam was having a better year than Aaron Rodgers.
Was this 2015? 2015?
It was 20. Yeah, it was 20. It was 2015. Cam Newton was having a better year. That was his MVP season.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers was my backup. And I was like, oh, so y'all dropped him because y'all wanted Tom Brady? Okay, bet that up. You know, trade for Cam Newton.
Oh, bro.
And it was some enticing deals, but no button real quick.
This year, I'm gonna be ready. I'm
already got draft picks in mind. I already got particular players that I want. I got it mapped out.
I will say this. And I'm gonna go ahead and reveal this now. If I get the number 1 pick in my league, I got a really tough decision between Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
I think yes, personally.
You would take who?
I think Jefferson.
I would probably take Jefferson.
See, I think I would. It'd be hard to turn down.
No, you got to know because you just got to take him because you know he's like number one. You know what I'm saying? And then You got to worry about Joe Burrow now with his health, because he could be healthy but still kind of like tweak.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
It is. But all I'll say is this is gonna be the first time in forever taking Jags players is not a crazy idea.
J Money, I will say this. When you do fantasy draft, I will just tell you this now. Stay away from quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds.
Please do not draft the quarterback in
Don't
the first.
do it. They all
Not
they
do it,
like
bro.
the 3 or 4. They all start going out.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
start filling out your roster first, and then go to a quarterback.
Get your running backs, get your receivers, your tight ends, and all that. Don't
Yeah.
draft kickers.
Oh, you can get it. Hold on, you can get a quarterback for a tight end. I'm gonna say that. I can tell you that now.
Yeah. I would say
You guys get one of the elite ones, sure, because there ain't that many of them.
Running backs first.
Always your running backs. Always your running backs.
Take your running backs. Take your running backs.
This is like the one time where running backs actually matter because apparently, according to GMs, they don't. So,
And also take your risk on second-year wide receivers at high upside.
hey, it's worked for me all the time.
Do it.
Yeah, bro. For real. You know what? Y'all getting me excited. Bro.
Now that's
I
smart.
picked Tyreek Hill, I think, last year. He did great. Like Tyreek Hill was amazing for me.
Now see, that's smart right there. Pick a receiver or running back, one of the two. That's
Garrett
smart.
Wilson, you better get him. You better get him.
What about stocking Garrett Wilson? Now he got an actual quarterback that's throwing to
Tank
him.
Bigsby buy stock in as a backup running back.
You said
I
who?
agree.
Tank Bigsby, watch out.
I agree.
As a backup running back, buy stock.
I can see it.
I would.
Jameer Gibbs is going. Jameer Gibbs now.
That's who. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
That's the running back I was going to. I was gonna say Bijan
Steven,
here, but Jameer Gibbs brings the receiving element.
CTs, all that, bro. He gonna get you there.
And buy stock in the Dallas Cowboys defense. Seriously.
Oh,
Buy
for
stock.
sure. No. I had y'all last year.
Yes, serious, do it. Buy stock in the Cowboys
That's
defense.
the best defense in the league. You want Micah Parsons getting 20 sacks this year, possibly, or Trayvon Diggs nearly getting 10 interceptions?
Diggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
This a lot of projections.
On top of that,
Yes.
Gilmore on the other side.
That's probably the biggest thing I was going to say. That's the one. But you'll get points because the Diggs interceptions are probably going to come.
Got $100 on whoever win fantasy. See, I won $450 last year.
I know just who to consult when it comes to making your rosters.
Who?
Our boy John, man.
Okay, I can see that.
Who?
But you said who?
You remember John? Like, do we be on the shows with us and these people evidence?
Marcus is breaking up. I'm tripping.
I'm bringing it up on you.
My computer's.
Your computer's about to blow up, Jerry. Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up. Yeah, if it's on out of us three, yeah, you already know I'm finna.
Okay.
But
I got that. I'll be expecting it.
who got the song?
It's not me. It's Marcus.
Okay. Got just
He's
song.
gonna get Sylvia demo. I know.
Oh, Jesus,
You're correct, actually.
I know it.
But in honor of us
Yeah,
telling people
Sylvia.
to calm down and just vibe out, Tranquility is the selection.
Ooh. Yes, Tranquility. Yeah, that's it.
But-
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You don't know.
AB, you're casual. I'm kidding. It's a great song, bro. It's great.
Hey man, I've been with Shanti lately.
I got you,
Are you
bro.
okay?
I understand.
I'm tripping on the Shanti.
Ain't nobody tripping on shots. I'm just saying, man.
Still fun. Ooh, did I say that one?
Oh
You're
no,
sick. You are a freaking frog.
Yeah, shit.
AB,
I
please
remember
relax.
Yeah,
My
but,
brother.
let everybody know where they can follow y'all, burner accounts and all, any accounts, threads accounts before Jared's computer blow up.
Seriously. Yeah, bro. So you can follow me on Twitter at jbreezy. I am breezy. I backup. I haven't been using that much. I've been trolling, so I've been good.
Wait, Jerry.
And
On what?
my Instagram is jlamar_I
Jerry, we can follow you on what?
on Twitter.
On what?
Oh, X.
Throw your X up. Work this. Hey man, y'all know what it is. Follow me on Twitter X at Marcus Davis 904. Y'all know what it is. Twitter join the Nation of Islam, so you gotta throw your X's up. Marcus Davis _ on Instagram, which ain't never changed. What are we doing?
You heard it, man, though. Marcus Davis 904.
Y'all know what it is.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter /X at AceWave1, on Instagram and Threads at Ace_Wave1. You can follow the podcast account on Twitter /X at Inside_Swamping on Instagram at Inside_Florida Athletics. With that, it's been another great episode of Swamp Inside Florida Athletics. We're going to leave y'all as we always do. Go, God bless. Go Gators. Be safe out there. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Check in on them. Take care of your mentals. Check in on your loved ones' mentals. And I say that because of the recent death of a very character on the show, hit show Euphoria. Just 25 years old. So check in on your mentals, man. Check in on your relatives. Make sure that they're good. So, and also stay safe out there. COVID is still real. So stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your face. Marcus.
With soap and water and a washcloth or loofah, whatever you prefer. With hot water running. Wash every crevice, every nook, every cranny of your narrow behind stank booted asses.
Do it.
And wear shoes in the movie theater. With socks. That's all for today.
This man is freaking traumatized.
You're damn right.
But please, and wear deodorant.
No cap.
You must. And with that, God bless y'all. Have a great night. See y'all again next week. Hopefully, it's a special guest.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.